If you'd like to see more of our videos, please subscribe to our channel on YouTube or follow us here on Instagram. Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMtrading. Today is December 18th, 2019, and today is Wednesday morning. So looking at the major economic events of the day, just one event coming out of the United Kingdom. It's a yearly CPI number coming out. Now, this event today is important in two factors. Number one, it's a inflationary report. It's also a yearly number that adds some weight to it more, and especially since the GBP, we've seen it make an about face from last week to this week after the elections. We see it completely unchanged from week to week. Okay, so it went up over 150 pips, went down over 150 pips, and we're right back to our same side. Okay, so the fate has been fulfilled for both the euro and the British pound. Now looking at the Dow Jones, pretty much steady, not at breaking out higher, but not selling off either. And this is after it's been a mixed bag with Boeing coming out with some concerning news about its MAX planes and, affecting the markets there. Now looking at the commodities, gold no change, oil close to breakout. Okay, it really looks like it wants to break out, and I'm going to take a sharper look at that today. Now looking at the stocks, Apple remains strong. Okay, some of the other stocks kind of receded a little bit. So this is important because the next time the Dow Jones actually takes out higher, I would expect Apple to be the first one to really take up higher. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, tumbling before the end of the year, we're going to take a look at a couple of options there as well. So we're jumping first into the GBP USD at a 4-hour chart. This was our spike last week. This was after the news came out that Boris Johnson was going to become the next prime minister, okay, and he's going to remain his seat, and he was going to do a Brexit. Now, there's a lot of concerns, okay? There was first the hype, which was this massive rally from 131 to 135-ish level, okay, almost a 400 pip change, and then a about face, okay? We receded about 150 pips, and then another 150 pips. We had that. This was a bear flag, beautiful bear flag, as it did take itself and make that fade. Now, I mentioned this several times that this would happen, and we're right back down to where we were before the news came out, okay? Now, a couple of things can happen here, okay? Number one, we still have Brexit looming. On its certainty, it's there, okay? But the question is how will it actually unfold? Is yet to be seen, yet to be discussed. So with that said, I do expect some continued volatility in the GBP. Okay, so this is actually a pretty decent place for this to actually bounce at 131-ish level. This was previous, okay, support. We hit it several times last time. Okay, we do have support at 130-ish level. Okay, so just keep that in mind as well. So going in today, we may see a little bit of a bounce. Now jumping into the euro, it retraced. Not as much, but it retraced, okay? And still not breaking out lower on its moving average, which is changing a little bit of its character here to be the stronger one between the GBP versus the USD. Now looking at gold, unchanged, still at the top of this range here at 1477. Now this is consistency with the other commodities, okay? So it may be a commodity related rally-ish, okay? But if it does fail here, this is at the top of the range, so it might not be so unresponsible for us to start thinking about shorting this around these areas. However, if it does break above 1480, you want to get out of it. Okay, definitely not. All right, so keep that in mind looking into today. Now, looking at oil, now we mentioned this yesterday. Okay, it looks like it's tapping in, okay, no pun intended, okay, into this upper range here at $61. We did hit that once before, as you mentioned yesterday, and once before that. So this triple, okay, may be the time that it does break above it. Okay, so $61 is the area that it doesn't want to break above. So we may get that today, so just be aware of it. Now, as historically speaking, as oil goes up, the Dow Jones also goes up. Okay, now we're flirting at our all-time highs at 28,300-ish level, but not really breaking out higher. Okay, I would expect some sort of some sort of catalyst, some sort of like momentum, and it's not happening. Okay, the reason it's not happening is maybe because of the impeachment proceedings, some uncertainty there. Okay, there's always these things that are unbalancing the markets that have nothing to do with the markets, and ultimately the stocks will shine through. If they shine through, then the market will come together and shine through as well. Now, looking at the bank stocks, we retreated a little bit yesterday. We're still on dead highs on JP Morgan. Okay, and looking at Apple, also dead highs. Okay, so our leaders are there. Okay, but if we look at the secondary stocks, like Microsoft sold off a little bit, Google sold off a little bit, but I expect that. Okay, they're more volatile stocks, and I expect that. So going into today, we are hitting the latter part of the month, which is already holiday season. You know, we may get a couple of vicious moves. You know, I hope we get them on the upside because it'll be nice to hit the end of the year with an up note. Now, I will be giving a year in review of 2009 and a outlook of 2020. Next week, there's a webinar standing, so just you want to make sure to join us. You go to the CMtrading website, go to the educational tab or the tool tabs, and you can actually scroll down to the webinars and register there as well. So that's your option there. But today, okay, depending on what happens with oil, I think we may see an up day, okay, especially if the stocks start coming together and start pushing us higher. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.